Hello, my soul family. Welcome to your daily morning spiritual guidance for today on Monday, February 28th, 2022. My name is Christy Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. What a beautiful Monday, because this is the last day of February. So this is definitely the day to close out your February projects, whatever it is that you've been working on, your self-care, new habits, right, to be able to instill as part of your new lifestyle. And just having compassion on yourself today, this Monday, because I feel like I mentioned in the weekly spiritual guidance, this is a heavy packed week with a lot of things to do. We are busy, but it's also going to keep us almost like entertained, right? Because I feel like a lot of us have been feeling maybe this lack of passion for life, or maybe even a little bit of a boredom. And this only happens when we have nothing to do, right? And a lot of people with a lack of purpose feel this way, which leads them to depression. So the message that I'm getting to today is that be grateful that you're busy. Be grateful that you have things to do, because this is what's keeping you high vibrational, passionate about life, incentivized to go for more, and motivated to want to keep showing up. This is what keeps me going. This is what keeps me vibing high and really loving life. Every day I learn to love life even more. And even on those days that can seem stressful because there's just a lot to do, I get myself together because I realize that at the end of the day, there's no sense in rushing, because everything will happen in divine timing, and what's meant to happen will happen, right? If I'm meant to show up here and film, which I film almost like every day, and sometimes, I think to myself, I just have no idea how this is going to happen today, because I have so many other things to do in my personal life, side projects, my clients, family that I need to take care of. And like all these things build up that it's almost like seems impossible to be able to get everything done, right? And a lot of us people on the mission, light workers, can even struggle to make time for our personal life. And this has been a lesson that we've all been learning, to kind of learn how to have that balance and set boundaries, even with our work. But this is the week where actually our work is going to take priority. And this is the mission work that I'm talking about. And that is okay, because we've been getting a lot of rest period. We've been getting a lot of time to kind of recharge, unwind, get ourselves together, a lot of self-care during February. And that's only because now, starting March and ahead, a lot is going to be happening, and I have a surprise for all of you. I am preparing a special presentation. It's going to be a special paid event. It's going to take place either this week or next week, most likely next week, because again, I have a lot of other things to do this week as well, but I will be announcing it, and you can watch it live on Zoom, but it will also be recorded, so you can watch the recording after, pay for the event, and it's going to be provided by my Lightworker University. And this event is called the Resurrection 2022. And what I'm going to be speaking about in that event is these first 6 months and how it's so important that we stay focused on our mission, the end goal, and just so much more. Whatever it is that we're going to be experiencing, being resurrected to, is happening these first 6 months. Remember that the resurrection is after the rebirth, right? When Jesus was born on earth, he was reborn, right? Because he was already living as spirit, you can say, in heaven. So he was reborn as a human. And that's where all his life took place. He awakened to his mission. He did his missionary work and taught people about love, unconditional love, right? And how not to listen to fear. And that's again where A Course in Miracles comes in. And I know that this is a book that we've been reading all of last year. And we finished reading that book in my spiritual book club at my School of Light, which you can have access to when you be a member. So become a member, go to christyramirez.com/school. But we are also doing the daily lessons now. I'm a little behind on getting started with that. But again, everything happens for a reason. And I think I'm going to start that in March. Those are like audio videos, so you can just listen to it whenever you want. A great way to end your day with a little bit of a meditation. So I will be filming those soon, or should I say recording that soon. And yeah, let me take a sip here. get that morning coffee in, right? This is just my second coffee of the day, so I really need it. So what I was getting to, so there's a lot even that's happening this Monday, and I feel like just slow and steady, one thing at a time, and making sure that you almost like space out all the things that you need to do this week. And going back to that presentation, right, 22, the resurrection. So I'm excited for that event. It's going to be about an hour. Usually I only keep it at an hour when it's paid events. And it's going to be intuitive. It's going to be intuitive, so I'm preparing for that. I'm still receiving messages about what this is going to be about. But definitely stay tuned. And if you join live, you have the advantage of asking me questions, a live Q&A after the presentation, and that will also get recorded. So for anybody who missed out, if the questions are great, you might want to listen to those as well. All right, so yeah, that's the energy for today. Anything else that wants to come through? I feel like that's pretty much it. Yeah, just stay happy, stay high vibrational, protect your peace, because this is what's going to keep you doing all things with love. I know that we have a lot of things to do, but as long as you do it with love and with grace, everything will come out beautiful, right? And I know that a lot of us who are perfectionists, myself included, sometimes it's when we let go that it's the most perfect, when we surrender, right, to divine timing. If you're waiting on something, God is guiding us to not wait, just live in the moment. So again, watch that live that I did this weekend on my Instagram page. It's gonna benefit. I'm gonna be doing lives once a week now as well. I think that's a great way to us also bond. I will be doing some of them Q&As as well, so that you guys can ask me questions. I think that will be very fun to do, and all of us to get to know one another and talk more about the energy, because again, these energies are strong. A lot is happening in the world, and we're all receiving a lot of messages. Like, there's just so many different messages. That is why I've been guided to make like just so many different kind of videos, right? And so these dailies are more important than ever, and I'm so glad that I started it for this year 2022, because it's when we're going to need it the most, because we are like transitioning into this new life of the mission, and it's a completely new life of what we're used to. It's a leveling up, and it's something that's way more advanced than what we've been training to do, right? Maybe whether it's behind the scenes, or maybe you've been practicing your skills. Now is the real thing, and now it's mastering being comfortable with this new life, because it's a lot to take in. It's a lot, and a lot of us just have so many things to do in one day that it's almost like there's not enough hours. So again, this is where health is going to come in to give us that stamina. So don't neglect your health and wellness care and your practices, because that's what's going to keep you going for the mission. So health and wellness is more important than ever as well. And whether or not that's your career is irrelevant, because all of us need to practice health and wellness, okay? Because this is what keeps us strong, keeps us healthy, and keeps us in high vibrations, hence in a good mood, right? So that's it for today, like our intuitive message. Let's begin with our daily affirmation. So let us center ourselves, ground ourselves by going out in nature, taking a small walk, taking a deep breath. And if you're experiencing any physical symptoms, that's your body's way of telling you that you need more balance, that you need to slow down and just do all things with more easiness, right? Don't be so hard with the energy on trying to get these things done. Remember, force is not going to get things done. It's the surrendering that's going to get things done, all right? Make sure that you also check out my podcast page, because every morning I do a daily heavenly podcast show, which is only a minute long, absolutely free. It's an Instagram page at spiritualcounseling.tv. And soon enough, a little bit in the future, maybe this March actually, I will be beginning a podcast show, which is going to be like an hour-long podcast show, and it's going to be live. And they're going to be held most likely once a week or once a month, and it's going to be on that page, so definitely don't miss out. And you know, one of my goals is eventually to be able to bring that podcast show into the Apple Podcast, because that's always been one of my dreams and my goals since the beginning that I started this business. So, but I have yet to figure out how to do that. So if any of you know how to publish a podcast onto Apple Podcast, please let me know, because I would love to start my channel there, but I just have no idea how to do it. I've tried to register and it's just like so confusing. I'm not really that much of a tech person, to be honest, so I just get by with the basics, but that's something that's definitely on my list this year. The affirmation for today couldn't be more perfect. Look at this. I trust in God's divine timing, divine order, and divine plan. I just follow his instructions. We are all being given instructions, and we might not understand the instructions, but God knows what he's doing. So just trust. Don't be afraid to speak this truth and do what you need to do, no matter what, no matter if other people either judge or get their feelings hurt, because that's not saying that it's irrelevant, right? Because at the end of the day, we still care about other people's emotions. But if you know what you need to do, then you need to prioritize this, because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit everyone, including those people, right? By you showing up, doing the work, it's going to help those people. So just follow God's instructions. God is knowing how to use us in the right way. So let him use us. That is a beautiful affirmation for today. Make sure to write this in your planner. I've been so on top of my planner lately. I am really proud of myself, because I used to do it like every 2 to 3 days out of the week. I would just kind of write everything in my planner, but I have one specific planner that is more like an hourly planner to help me to kind of like really organize my day, and I've been really staying on top of it daily, and it's been making all the difference in helping me to stay productive, stay on top of my game. Remember to stay also motivated, right? Because when you don't look at a planner, and this is like entrepreneurial skills, right? And any of you out there who are great at organization know this, that when you have something written on paper, it makes it tangible, it makes it concrete, and you're gonna do it. So definitely, if that's something that you're not on top of, get on top of your planner this week. And then let's get a Golden Wings Archangel message for healing. What needs healing today? Which Archangel is going to be with us this beautiful Monday? Right away. Wow, Jophiel. And this time we didn't get a pink, we got like a purple, which I'm feeling is related to our spiritual eye, seeing beyond the veil with our third eye chakra. But look at a beautiful message that we received today. Dear Archangel Jophiel, thank you for reminding me of the joy of beauty and helping me to live a happier life as a result. Love, your divine child. This is the perfect message for today. This is what today is about. Sorry, that was a minor interruption, but again, this is also the message. Messages come through when you're filming videos, and that's about remember not to get distracted. Whatever is coming your way or trying to interrupt your train of thought, just train yourself to not lose that train of thought and just to continue, because everything that happens in your life is for a higher reason. This is all about perspective, right? This is how we choose to live in beauty and a happier life, when we shift our perspective and choose to see all things that happen as a sign from our angels, as a sign of God, instead of going into the negative. That's what fear is about. That's what the ego tries to do, to keep you away from that happiness, that peace and joy in your life. And we definitely want to protect that today on Monday, because that's going to set the tone for the week. And then finally, let us end our day with some spiritual guidance from Source. What is the main focus for today? Oh my God, seek joy. This is the message. Seek joy today. Maybe make a self-care day today. You might deserve it, right, after a lot of work. But if you are working, continue to still seek the joy in the moment. And of course, also stay on top of your self-care, whether it's before or after work. Don't neglect your health and wellness. And that is our message for today on Monday. I'll see you all tomorrow for Tuesdays. Thank you all for watching. Namaste.